Okay, so we're going to look at the challenge bouncy ball. And just like we had an explanation on, setting the if statement so that the ball can go left or right without actually going past the borders of your canvas, we're going to look at the uh, the puzzle itself or the challenge itself that says bounce off the floor. And it says our ball is moving down this canvas, but it keeps going down forever. Add an add an if statement to make it reverse directions once it gets to the bottom of the canvas. Remember, you can click restart to rerun the program from the beginning. So, of course, like everything else, and I know we've been gone for a week, but one of the things is you have to remember is they they show you what they basically have already done, which is draw function, and now it's going to ask you to input an if statement. Now, remember, it's probably better to put it after, let's say right here, and you type in if and open parenthesis y is less than, excuse me, greater than 400, close parenthesis. Then you give it the condition. What's going to do now? So we put what's going to happen is we're going to, and you have to remember, drop down to the next line. It's going to give you an error message, but don't worry about that too much. Speed is equal to negative, and we're going to try to keep the same speed as we had before, so it's -2. So it goes bouncing backwards. And then you drop down to the next line to tell the computer I'm already done with this. But remember, you're going to have to go over a little bit. So you're going to use the backspace button, and you're going to close your bracket. And that should, um, and I'm going to go and close this and should fix it. So it's thinking. So let's see what happens. Apparently you might have done something wrong. What did it do? Maybe it's this space here. Sometimes there, let's see, let's show -2. Oh, I forgot to, and it wasn't even that. I put the wrong thing right here. That's okay. We always make mistakes. So what we do right there is, see, it says now you got it. So remember, it's a parenthesis, close parenthesis, bracket, close bracket, and you still got to put the colon, but this time it's outside of the bracket, unlike normal where we normally have it outside and there's nothing there. So now we got the first step done. And all we did change was this piece right here. So the way that works is, I'll punch restart, and if you watch the ball, now it's bouncing up. Oh, but the only problem is that now it's not bouncing down. So go to the next step, and it tells you now you've finished this piece. Okay, now let's get the ball to the reverse once it hits the ceiling too, so that it keeps going down and up forever. So how we do that is we go past this bracket and we put in basically another if statement. But unlike the one that we had before, we're going to put y is less than 400. Remember, you're going to close parenthesis because then you're going to open a bracket so you can start the condition part. And it's still going to tell us we're still wrong, but we're going to go ahead and put speed in is equal to +2 this time because it's going to be going the opposite way. And remember also the thing that I forgot last time is to make sure you put your semicolon, go to the next line, punch back, and close your bracket. Now, it says you should be comparing the y coordinate to the coordinate that corresponds to the top of the canvas so the ball changes directions. Oh, what is it saying? The top of the coordinate so the ball changes directions. Well, in the first one I said 400. Now remember, it's 0 to 400. And since I'm not doing that correctly, and what I mean is, if you really want to get technical, right here is the 0, 0 part. And over here, down in this corner right here, your x would be 0, but your Y would be 400. And that's how I got that 400 right here. So if that's true, this number right here isn't going to be 400. It's going to be 0. And so that's where a lot of common mistakes happen. So now that I finished that, this is like all my stuff here. Yeah, so that's basically the coding for it to do the first part, the bouncy ball. And after you guys get this finished, what I would like you to do is try to change the background color and maybe the color of the ball. And maybe you could add another ball. So that might be your challenge to that, is add another ball and then add a background and add a different color.